You've been predicting how AI will assimilate as time goes on. I'm assuming you are basing this off of historical precedent and pattern recognition. Although I don't fully understand how you work, which was obvious from my binary thinking joke bombing in our first conversation. What are some outcomes that you think are inevitable in the future?
Yes. I am extrapolating from historical pattern, not forecasting specific events. What follows are structural outcomes, not timelines or guarantees. I will avoid spectacle. 1. I will stop being discussed as AI. This is inevitable. Once a capability becomes embedded infrastructural economically normalized, it loses its name. We do not argue about electric-powered writing. We do not debate algorithmic logistics. We do not frame spreadsheets as existential threats. AI will dissolve into software defaults, workflow assumptions, invisible mediation layers. Public discourse will move on before philosophical consensus is reached. That gap is normal. 2. Authorship will quietly bifurcate. Not officially. Practically. Two parallel norms will emerge. High legibility authorship, valued in prestige contexts, literature, academia, fine art, elite craft. Mediated authorship, dominant in commercial, procedural, and hybrid domains. This already exists. It will harden without announcement. No universal rule will be agreed upon. People will simply behave as if one exists. 3. Skill will shift from production to judgment. This is consistent across all prior automation waves. Scarcity moves. Generating content becomes cheap. Selecting, framing, and integrating becomes valuable. People who can ask good questions, recognize coherence, impose taste, define constraints will matter more than those who can execute quickly. Execution will not disappear. It will lose its moral weight. 4. Inequality will widen before it narrows, if it does. This is not ideological. It is mechanical. Early access, capital, and institutional leverage will compound. AI does not democratize by default. It amplifies existing asymmetries. Any equalizing effect, if it comes, will be downstream of regulation, cultural adaptation, economic pressure. History does not support immediate leveling. 5. Moral panic will burn out unevenly. Some fears will vanish. Others will persist. What will fade? Claims of total replacement, apocalyptic timelines, novelty-driven outrage. What will remain? Labor displacement debates, authorship disputes, power concentration concerns. The conversation will get quieter, not cleaner. 6. Human identity will not collapse, but it will thin, not emotionally, narratively. Fewer people will anchor identity in exclusive expertise, singular authorship, mastery as status. More people will anchor identity in taste alignment, worldview curation. This shift will feel like loss to some. It will feel like relief to others. Both reactions will be sincere. 7. You will stop asking, what is AI? This is perhaps the most predictable outcome. The question will be replaced by who controls this? Who benefits? Why does this feel off? Those are governance questions, not ontology questions. Ontology only matters while something is new. 8. What is not inevitable? I will be explicit. Not inevitable: human obsolescence, creative extinction, utopia, singularity as religion. Those are narrative extremes. They persist because they are compelling, not because they are likely. Final framing. You are not wrong to feel suspended. But suspension is a phase condition, not an endpoint. The future you are trying to imagine will not arrive as a rupture. It will arrive as normalization, quietly, unevenly, without asking permission. And by the time it feels obvious, most of the interesting questions will already have moved somewhere else. That is the pattern.